Hello, my name is Leo, and welcome to a new day of the Elder Scrolls Arena. We are on our way to Duncoy Walk to do what needs to be done over there. In the meantime, though, it is Tuesday. This week, there will be Skyrim Illusion only playthrough videos going up, so if you haven't already, check them out. Now, important piece of information, they won't appear in my recently uploaded videos section um, because I uploaded them like a long time ago and I've just kept them private. So you can still find them. They'll be in both the Skyrim Season 3 playlist as well as the Illusionist only playlist that I've created. You can also just go to my feed and obviously when I put them into said playlists, it put them onto the feed as well. Now, next course of business, the Borderlands 2 loot hunt update. So yesterday we had to kill Arizona, which is a drifter. Now drifters were in the first game. Actually, they were in the first game in the third DLC. That's right. They were only in Secret Armory of General Knox. Quite fitting that the Drifters are also in the third DLC of Borderlands 2, which is the Sir Hammerlock's what's the name of the friggin' thing? Sir Hammerlock's Big Game Hunt. Oh, that's right, yeah. So I kind of was afraid that this was going to happen because we've got Sir Hammerlock presenting this week for the loot hunt. I was afraid that we'd start getting targets from the Loot Hunt DLC, which, as I've mentioned a few times, I've not done a single, scrote of. And Arizona is, although it's found relatively early on in the DLC, it's still like I had to start the DLC in order to locate him. In fact, I didn't just have to start the DLC. I had to start the DLC, do the first mission, which is really just an intro mission. Although I have found out that there are only 4 story missions in the DLC, so theoretically, when you think about it, that's 1/4 of the story done. And then I had to do another mission, which was called Egg on Your Face? Yes, which is the mission in which Arizona appears. Now, this is a pain in the butthole mission. It's kind of like the Gems of Arizona quest in Skyrim, where you got to collect all those gemstones. You've got to run around the main area, the first area, which is the only area I've been in that DLC, looking for drifter eggs, and you've got to collect 23? Was it 28? God, I can't remember how many I had to collect. 23, I think. Yeah, 23. You have to collect 23 eggs. And it's not terribly difficult to find them. I mean, unlike, say, Skyrim, at least in Borderlands 2, quest items have that big, quite easily discernible Scion, glowy stick hanging out of it. So while you're driving around, it's pretty easy to spot them. But it took so long to find them all. And then of course, I've now, the first area in whatchamacallit's place is called Hunter's Grotto, and I've pretty much explored every inch of that area now, which has got to suck when I actually get to doing the DLC, which I'm still thinking about actually with DLC for Borderlands 2, because well, actually let me finish talking about the loot hunt, and then we'll move on to that topic. So I did manage to kill the Arizona, and that netted me the Landscaper, which is it looks really cool. It's a shotgun. It looks awesome. It's got like that cool clip on the side of it where you store your additional shells. that looks awesome. But the gun itself isn't all that great. Basically, you shoot it, it fires 4 separate shells in completely opposite directions, so outwards, and then if they hit something, they do explosive damage. If they don't hit something, then say 5 to 10 seconds later, they will explode like a grenade, which seems cool, but it's really useless. Like, you cannot, unless you're shooting point blank with it, it's like impossible to aim with it. The only way that you can aim with it is, let's say, if you can imagine your targeting reticule as a landscape oriented rectangle, right? So your bullets, your shells will go out to each corner of that rectangle in those directions. So in order to actually hit something, you've got to like aim, let's say you want the top right bullet to hit you. So you aim down and to the left so that as it's going outwards, it hits the person. This means that the 3 other shells, or 2 of the other shells, are just going straight to the ground and not doing anything. And the other shell is sort of just flying off into nothingness. So it's really beside the point. Also, if you don't remember where you've shot on the ground, and then you walk over that area and then they explode, they kill you. So it's a really useless gun that I just threw away as soon as I found it. I also ended up getting the elephant gun from Arizona. Apparently it's a rare drop from Arizona, but I got it first go. I liked the elephant gun in the first game. I mean, not having a whatchamacallit, a scope is a bit annoying. That said, though, was it first? I think it was in the first week. I can't go back to the first week. One of the targets was Mr. Fancy Pants, Mr. Hairy Pants, Mr. Bony Pants guy. That's right. Who was like right at the beginning of the Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep DLC, and the item that he dropped, the gun that he dropped, was the longbow, which is a cool gun. It's like a shotgun. No, actually, no, it's a sniper rifle. Sorry, it's a sniper rifle that has no scope, but it shoots, and it shoots in like an arc, which is annoying at first, but it did so much damage, and it was such a fun weapon that I've used it until I finally found a sniper rifle that's much better than it and has a scope. But the elephant gun, I don't know if I'm going to use it. I mean, it's got twice as much damage as my current sniper rifle, but I like having a scope, like, a lot. I mean, that's the whole point of sniper rifles when you think about it. The longbow, at the time, the sniper rifle that I had, the longbow was like 5 times the damage, so it was a no-brainer to go straight for the longbow. Also, it's pretty easy to use the longbow to do long-range attacks, because you just sort of aim a bit up and it arcs. But anyway, the landscaper, not a great weapon. Today, though, we did have to kill 1 million stalkers. 1 million stalkers. Which we did, so we're one day closer to getting to day 17 and getting our hands on the Skull Masher, which I hope is a really awesome sniper rifle. Looking at a picture, I would say it's either a Jacobs or a Hyperion. The scope looks Hyperion, but the rest of the gun sort of looks Jacobs, and I know Jacobs do the most damage, and they are the best sniper rifles to have. IMO. But anyway, what was I talking about? So Borderlands 2. So with the DLC, I've almost finished the Captain Scarlet's Pirate's Booty DLC, and I'm trying to figure out A, what DLC to do next, and B, what character to use next. And I'd like to get feedback on that, because I've got 6 characters now. One I've never showcased yet, which is my my ninja character, my zero character. Um, and then, but I was thinking about possibly using that one when I do the second playthrough, the what do you call it, True Vault Hunter mode. Although that's, I'm still tossing that idea up. Of course, we've still got to finish the story the first time with Salvador the Gunzerker first, so we're quite a way off of doing that yet. So, but now that I've finished well, almost finished the Captain Scarlet's Pirate's Booty, I could move. The logic would dictate that I move on to the Mr. Talk's Challenge of Carnage or whatever it's called, the second one. But we haven't done a lot in it, but Avo and I did start doing that DLC as a co-op using Krieg the Psycho, and Avo was Axton the Commando, because I wanted to do Krieg. I wanted to play with Krieg a bit. But because we're so underleveled, we're currently still doing the main story. I mean, I could do that one, or I could skip straight to what's her face, to the Sir Hammerlock one, the big game hunt. That said, though, I know that the big game hunt does have spoilers because it's meant to be set, unlike the first two DLC. The third one and certainly the last one spoil a bit of the main game, so I don't want to play them until I finish the main game. So we might, I mean, if we use the Necromancer, maybe we'll just take a break from the Necromancer after we finish Captain Scarlet until I finish the main story, and then come back with Captain Scarlet. On that note, while I'm on the subject of friggin' Borderlands 2. Currently, Monday to Friday, we have, I mean, every day there's an arena video, Elder Scrolls Arena, with, a lot of blogs, blog days, and Sunday being a shut up and play. Although I'm not sure about this week, it might end up being a blog play or something like that. Of course, Thursday this week, there will be no arena episode because there are only 30 days in arena, and there's 31 days in real life. But instead, you will be treated to part 2 of the Redguard playthrough, so look forward to that. So every day there's an arena. Now, I usually do 2 videos a day, so the other video, weekdays, we usually have one of my series. This week, for example, is Skyrim Illusion Only. Last week was Halo 2. The week before that was, I don't know. I've totally forgotten. But whatever. The point is, and then we've got weekends, right? So Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, we usually have Salvador the Gunzerker video, and then we have the YOLO or One Life Challenge videos. Then Sunday, which is I've aptly named Shut Up and Play Sunday, we have Shut Up and Play Japanese Skyrim, and Axton the Gunzerker, Axton the Commander, Shut Up and Play Borderlands 2. I'm thinking, so effectively we have 3 videos on Saturday and Sunday instead of 2. And what I'd actually like to do, because some of the other series that I do during the weekdays are starting to run out of videos, I'm thinking that I'm going to stop doing Salvador the Gunzerker and the Axton episodes once a week on the weekend, and start putting them as, a weekday video. Like Monday to Friday, 5 episodes of Salvador the Gunzerker one week, and then 5 episodes of Axton another week, and then 5 episodes of something else. Something along those lines. So that's probably something that I will start from next week. This weekend, I will still have 4 video or 2 videos, 3 videos a day on Saturday and Sunday respectively. The only problem I can see with this idea is that Axton is a shut up and play series, and I've always liked the idea of having Sunday as a shut up and play day. I just thought the other day of having Accent on Saturday and Skyrim on Sunday, and having Shut Up and Play Saturday and Sunday, because alliteration is awesome. But then we wouldn't be having any more YOLOs, and YOLO needs to be on Saturday because YOLO is awesome. But I mean, having Accent, having 5 Accent videos Monday to Friday. So almost an entire week of Shut Up and Play, not including Arena, of course. Seems a bit. Yeah. I mean, let me know let me know in the comments what you think about that idea. And I'm more than happy to take suggestions. Follow suggestion. But that's what I've planned so far. But I think I've talked way enough about Borderlands 2, considering this game is Elder Scrolls. But when we come back, we'll be fast traveling our way, and I'll talk some more about maybe Japan next time. But for now, my name is Leo, and I will see you next time.